Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Booger Baker with a pick. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, and you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
After the interception, here's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen underneath for Johnson. It's past him at the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1.
Now let's go. Green.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is unable to get in. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he fights his way in, not giving up. And it's a Cardinal touchdown. David Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Let's go.
On third down, Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Wilson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Again, Wilson steps away. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it a second down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Third and 2, now Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. That's to his running back, complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Steps away to his left. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The son Reddick in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And this is complete. It's Marshall. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A gain of 32 that time.
Hey, tempo. Good, guys. 4 down. 95.
They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Keith Marshall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here. This fielded at the 2. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A huge play there for Arizona. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
All right, here we go.
Now Rosen on first down. Screen play, Johnson. Nifty move. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Gold to add the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Zebra. I'll go special. 95.
Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Two minutes to go here in the first half. More from the desert after this. Third and long. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got a
blitz coming, and down he goes. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. On second down, Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And the Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coach is always talking about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following a fumble recovery, it's Rosen. Johnson jostles free. Throw left side complete. It's Johnson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
All right, here we go.
On first down, it's Rosen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, it's Rosen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Does the big boy have the juice? He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Lambeau will put this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, here's Edmonds. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Barkevious Mingo in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. This is taken in by Chad Williams. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now let's go.
From the gun, it's Rosen. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Barkevius Mingo in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Gold now out to kick it away. Lockett the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
Now, I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Being chased out left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now Wilson on first down. And Daniels has it over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. Now they try the right side here. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On first down, Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
19.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Rosen. Going up top. He's got him in. Complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Johnson on the counter. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On second down, Rosen dumping it off for Johnson, and he'll get it down here to the 43. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. 319. 319.
Here's Rosen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here the 32. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bowl up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that 3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Here we go. Green.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Here we go now. Blue, line it.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Hot.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break.